All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. Today, I want to introduce you to a very, very handy exercise for fixing imbalances side to side and working on single leg balance and strength. Today, let's talk about the staggered deadlift. First off, what is a staggered deadlift? So your normal deadlift, you're gonna set up so your feet are square in alignment, right? On a staggered deadlift, you're gonna set one foot back. So in this case, my right leg is the plant leg, my left leg is the support leg. And everything else is gonna happen pretty much like a regular deadlift. You're gonna hinge at the hips, and then you're going to start dropping your hips. And what this allows you to do is focus on one leg at a time. So in this case, my right leg, the plant leg, is gonna be doing most of the work. It allows you to work on single leg balance. It also allows you to concentrate on differences between muscle balance. So in my case, my right leg has more issues than my left leg. It's been shredded up through more accidents. So this is one of those things that's really handy for rehabbing a problem that's one-sided or the other-sided. So get into your position. It's easier if you use something like a sandbag for this, because then you can put it right over your foot from the start. In this case, I'm using a kettlebell, so just gotta be careful that I don't set it on my foot. Get into position, and you can see, just like I was showing before, break your hips, drop your weight. And then you can just like a regular deadlift, pick your weight up. Now, some things you're gonna need to pay more attention to on this as you're doing it. You're gonna have to pay attention to what your knee's doing, right? So if your knee starts diving in or diving out, that's showing you muscle imbalances that are gonna be intensified because you're doing this in a single leg situation. So set your position, hip hinge, drop your hips, and then back up. You just reverse the position. Hip hinge, drop your hips, reverse the position. You're gonna use a lot less weight. It's gonna be less than 50% of what your deadlifts usually are. Initially, just because you're probably not gonna have the neurological coordination you need to use 50%. In time, you're actually gonna get to the point where you're probably using more than 50%. But take your time, start with a very light weight. Show it from this side, just so you can see the difference. Hip hinge, drop your hip. Hip hinge, drop your hips. So again, a few things you want to look out for. We already talked about the knee diving in and diving out. You also want to watch that your torso isn't rotating to one side or the other. This is why it's good to start with light weight, so you can notice where your body is gonna go on these asymmetrical movements. All right, asymmetrical because the body is not squared up. You're working one side more than the other. This is great for highlighting weaknesses. This is great for muscle rehab. This is great for restoring muscle balance. It's also a fantastic stepping stone to getting to single leg squats. It's kind of a step up from lunges, a little bit different, or not lunges. It's a kind of a step up from split squats, more challenging and less challenging at the same time. I'll say more challenging in a different way. But this is another good one that you can practice on a balance beam as well once you get to that point. So try these out. They're a great way to, if you're having troubles with your deadlift, if you're having issues with knees or something, just like split squats, this is a great way to help balance everything out in your legs, upper legs, lower legs, and your hips, and get everything back on the same page. So give these a try, add them to your arsenal, play with them, see what you think. If you have some experience with these staggered deadlifts, or you try it and you want to let me know, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. If you liked the video, smash the thumbs up. If you know somebody who can benefit from it, share your video with your friends. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Till next time, keep your life in motion.